specific applications in the organization in respect to the perception or use of perception related activities and shortcut judgments. So first one, employment interview. Interviews generally draw early impression that become very quickly entrenched. Studies indicate that most interviews decisions change very little after the first 4 or 5 minutes of the interview, because within this first 3 to 4 or 5 minutes people make their judgments, people make their perception regarding the candidate, and based on that perception they decide whether they will receive this candidate or reject. So in the time of employment interview people use their perception. Next, performance expectations. Evidence demonstrates that people will attempt to validate their perceptions of reality even when these perceptions are faulty. Next, ethnic profiling. Form of stereotyping in which a group of individuals is signed out on the basis of race or ethnicity. The internment of Americans of Japanese heritage following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor is an example. Since 9/11, ethnic profiling has increased implications for organizational behavior. Suspiciousness surrounds co-workers and managers relative to people of Arab ancestry. So these are the ethnic profiling through which we judge certain group of people. Next, performance evaluation. An employee's performance appraisal is very much dependent on the perceptual process. Although the appraisal can be objective, many jobs are evaluated in subjective terms. Subjective measures are by definition by judgment. So for the purpose of performance evaluation, this perception is very much significant. What the supervisor perceives that this employee is good or bad, the performance is expected or over the standard or below the standard, so this has implication. Next, employee effort. An individual's future in an organization is usually not dependent on performance alone, as assessment of an individual's effort in a subjective judgment susceptible to perceptual distortion and biases. So for all of these reasons we need to understand about perception, and in these activities like employee effort, performance evaluation, or ethnic profiling, performance expectation, and employment interview, perception is applied in real life organization. So thank you all.